Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our backyard. Wait, no. Hey guys, this is a video of the old backyard. We need to show the DIY family the new backyard. Come on. Geesh, thanks guys. Hey DIY family, and welcome to our backyard, which we completed through a series of DIY projects. While the work is not yet done, we want to show you some of the projects that has brought us this far. You'd have already seen the video of us completing our privacy fence. Well, since then we put in a planter and use the same method to put the same design in front of the planter. We started out with a bunch of ideas and we want to show you how we use DIY to transform our space from what it was into this awesome oasis. This video is to inspire you to try some DIY projects around your yard as well, to see if you can transform your backyard, side yard, front yard, or whatever yard you have too. There's a quote that says, the longer you live in the past, the less future you have to enjoy, so we won't stay here too long. But guys, this is the before. This is what our backyard looked like during the construction. If you were here during that time, then you know this drove me crazy. Anyway, we have an entire video of how we finished the exterior of our home and compare the cost of trowel to stucco, so you can go ahead and check that out if it's something that you're interested in. But we're not here to talk about that, guys. We're here to focus on the backyard, the plans that we have for the backyard, and how we executed them using a series of DIY projects. But we just have a look back at this. Okay, let's fast forward to when we clean up the space. So now that we got out all of the dirt and the rubble and leveled the backyard, we're about to lay some pavers. These pavers, as you know, we salvaged from our previous backyard and stored them during the construction project. Some of them got damaged in the process, but we managed to maintain a lot of them so that we can reuse them in the backyard today. So deciding how to lay the pavers was not difficult. Laying the pavers was not difficult either, especially since we had already leveled our yard. Because we didn't have as much as we wanted, we decided that we were going to lay them about 16 inches apart, which is a comfortable step. I mean, ideally we would want to make it closer, but we didn't intend on buying any more pavers. If, however, you're interested in purchasing square pavers or any type of pavers, we found a place in Kingston called Newness Concrete, which actually manufactures concrete products for outdoor yard spaces. And you can visit and look around and see if there's anything you like. Guys, when we visit, I saw so many things that I liked. And I definitely think I'm going back because we have to do a fire feature and a water feature. But all right, let's not get carried away. Let's get back to the task at hand. So laying the pavers was easy. All we had to do was to ensure that the area that we're putting the pavers was level. We actually dug it out a little bit so that the pavers kind of sat down in the dirt. Remember that we plan to plant grass around these pavers anyway, so the grass will grow up to the level of the paver, or we're hoping that's what's going to happen. But guys, this is a DIY project. We're experimenting, and of course we'll tell you what the results are as soon as the grass grows in. But this was pretty easy. We used our shovel and we kind of dug a little hole, if you may, to place the pavers into, and we separated them about 16 inches apart. It worked for us. As you can see, I'm walking comfortably on the pavers. Rory is as well, and that's what we did for the entire backyard and side yard. Remember when I told you that we didn't want to buy any more pavers? Well, we had to, because there's a section of the side yard that we just couldn't cover with what we had. So we bought some irregular shaped pavers for that section. We got them from Evergreen on South Avenue, but these are also at the concrete place, guys. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. I know I'm going to go back down there because they have some awesome things. Anyway, we use the same technique to lay the irregular shaped pavers, even though there was a little bit of grass, but we got everything to sit quite nicely into the area. And this is what our pavers look like today. Don't watch the grass, guys, it's too growing. Dum 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 dum. All right, guys, so the next area that we want to focus on is a section of the side yard that we previously built as a planter, but it's a failed planting area. The first thing that we did was to demolish the planter box, and we're going to try to upcycle the lumber that was there before, but we removed all the dirt and put in some stone, and then we installed the garden trim. Now this garden trim is gold, guys. I got a piece of this which is 25 feet from H&L Rapid for about $2,000, and we used it right around the yard to trim in all of the plants and then fill it with stone. This was an awesome part of the project, guys, and it was a must for me because I didn't want the grass to grow all the way up to the side of the house. And so hopefully this trim will prevent the roots from spreading and keep our section as grass stone section separate. But I really love how this turned out. Laying the trim was not difficult, but it was time consuming, and so we got some help to get this done. We had to dig a little trench because this trim is 5 inches thick, and so we had to dig a trench to put it down into to ensure that it did what it was supposed to do. I was able to lay the trim for the succulent garden by myself since there wasn't much digging to do in this area, and I was going to fill the area with gravel and dirt anyway, so all I had to do was to put it about an inch below the gravel that was already there, set it in the design or the layout that I wanted, and I went with this weird kind of curved design. I mean, I wanted to give the garden a little bit of edge, make it not look as modern as we usually go with the straight edges, so we gave it a little bit of curve to give it a little bit of character. I love how it turned out, guys. But you know, the flexibility with this trim is that you can design it any way you want, in any shape that you want, and you can get any look that you want from it. So I really enjoyed doing this project. Now listen closely, guys, because this part is important. Succulents need a special mix called cactus mix because they need well-drained soil. Now this mix is not available at any of the stores that I checked in Kingston, so I had to make it my own. It's pretty simple. It's 3-part potting mix, not potting soil, potting mix, 3 parts wash sand, and 1 part perlite. All you do is put it together, mix it around, and you should have a well-drained soil to plant your cactus in, both your cactus and your succulents. Now the other thing that you can add to this is some slow release fertilizer for succulents. It will help the soil to be more nutritious for your plants, right? I didn't add it in before, but I did put some in after. All right, guys, so the next step is to finish doing the trim on the inside because I did put 2 pieces or 2 levels of trim. So once I finished doing that, it was time to plant my succulents, and this is the part that I was very excited about because I really wanted to see how they looked in the space. I was so excited that I forgot that I needed to paint the wall. To this day, the wall has not been painted, but we'll get around to it. Once that was done, I got some help to fill in the area with gravel. This was the time when Rory was away and Ruben came over to help me one evening. He helped me to fill in the area with gravel. So we got this white gravel at the quarry for $500 a bag. We ended up using 3 bags in the entire yard, and this is how it turned out, guys. I'm really loving this look. All right, let's get down to the planting business. But before, let me tell you a little secret. I never liked succulents because I always killed them and I never knew why. Guess what, guys? I was always overwatering them and giving them too much attention. So now that I know how to take care of them, I'm sure that this garden is going to flourish. I went on a mini succulent shopping spree and collected succulents from different suppliers across Jamaica. My main supplier being Nads from St. Anne. Nadisia, big up yourself. She gave me some really unique plants, guys, so that I could fill in this garden. Now all I had to do was to decide on a layout, which proved to be more difficult than I thought it would. Even after placing them down in their pots, I changed the layout quite a bit until I came up with my final design. And even when I thought that it was a final design, it still changed a bit. So guys, I wanted to add a little bit more to this garden, and we had this tree that we removed from our backyard prior to construction. It was a pear tree that was there before, and it had a hollow trunk. So I decided that I wanted to use this in the garden to give it a little bit of a feature. So I started by cutting the tree, or cutting out a section of the tree. Of course, you know, I had to call Rory for help because this proved to be very difficult, as the tree was tougher than I thought it would have been. Rory came in and helped me to cut down the tree, cut out the section that I wanted, and then we were able to fill it in with stone and plants. I used some succulents that grow out, not up but down, in like a waterfall motion to fill in this trunk. Can't wait to see how it looks filled in. So this is the end result of this succulent garden, guys. I mean, the wall still has not been painted, but we will get there. We're still working on different projects in the yard. We have a water feature to put in, a fire feature to put in, and we also have furniture to build. But I think we have come so far, and I am happy to share this journey with you and tips on how you can make your backyard shine too. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe. Bye.